Story. Dan coming in to the side in 2016, and he's been out of the squad for 7 years, and now finally gets another shot. Up and over here, and this will find the boundary. Very flamboyant looking shot there from Shardul Thakur. You wouldn't have any doubts that he's just come from the IPL after you witnessed that shot, and he will get himself off the mark with 4 runs. 458 for 5, INDIAA.
Proper flourish there, wasn't it? It's like watching Zorro with his sword back in the day.
Just goes with the height of that one on his toes. As Josh Hodge has been taken on a little bit. I'd like to see how he comes back after this. And can make room, and that finds the gap between point and cover. 4 more runs, back-to-back boundaries here for Shardul Thakur. Well, he's not playing with any fear at all, that's for sure. And INDIAA move on to 462 for 5. There you go. Found the ball under the bins, behind the bins.
What happened to playing yourself in?
That concept.
Yeah.
It's 2025.
Showing my age again, aren't I, Nikki? No, it's great to watch, it really is. But they're doing it in such an aesthetic style as well. You know, I was always a big fan of the likes of Gower and people like that. Great to see.
There we go. Gets in line. Something you're more used to seeing with the red ball.
Yeah, we've noticed though, again, he's staying slightly leg side of that, isn't he? Yeah, he's in line, but he's staying slightly leg side of that and trying to hit through the offside tackle, and we saw that was the end of Kumar Reddy.
And staying leg side of that. I think in the white ball game, that's when people say, oh, they're making room, making space, good use of the feet,
yeah,
uses the crease. I think if you're not to get behind the ball, get cover line, get your off stump out of view of the bowler. That's what you need to be doing. And this will find fielder down at deep cover. Will just be the run. They've sent a man out there and just had to quicken things up as he made his way down to the non-striker's end there. Thakur was a bit casual, and Tom Haynes on the boundary just thought, I'm going to throw that in with a little bit of venom.
I've seen this season already Kashif Ali for Kent run out from that boundary by Zafar Gohar for Middlesex, just ambling, and you've got to watch it down the hill. He's a trick of the light here at Canterbury.
Nair on 203. Across, beautifully played by him, and Josh Hodge just maintaining that left arm over the wicket line here. He did swap it up yesterday towards the end of the day when England nines were really looking for a breakthrough, and all the bowlers really trying to take the ball away from the right-hander and then away from the left-hander. So they did swap it up towards the end of the day yesterday, but unfortunately it didn't really help them. Not very successful. He's maintaining that this morning. And for the 12th over of the day. Top hand extend, beautiful defence, everything you see in the textbook. And that will conclude the end of the 102nd over of INDIAA's innings, the 12th over of the morning. 463 for 5. Thakur on 9, Nair on 203. And of course, Shardul Thakur played that really, really crucial role for India back in 2021 in that series against England.
Yeah, going back to what you were saying about, you know, white ball cricket, people giving themselves a little bit of room, people trying to sort of manufacture a shot from a straight ball, trying to engineer themselves a little bit of space.
And I think you can do that with the white ball because it doesn't zip around too much. You have a few overs initially, but after that, you're not really having to worry about that nipping past the bat on the outer edge.
Yeah, the movement's less prodigious as the red ball. Jack short, and that's been nailed through wide mid-on. Got onto it early and runs away down to the Colin Cowdrey stand for 4 runs.
Well, it's been clear after the 3 shots we've seen from Shardul Thakur that have found the boundary that there is a new message from the balcony there, and India might just be looking to pile on as many on the scoreboard now.
Yeah, Thakur's here for a good time, not for a long time, I think.
That's a good old saying.
467 for 5 now. Thakur, 13 off just 8 balls. Jack in. Thakur, more watchful on that occasion.
Yeah, just had to cover the line with his back leg there. Just a bit of movement from Jack. Well, if you're about Canterbury or in Kent and you fancy coming down to watch the cricket today, well, make sure you pop down. It is a beautiful day here in the Garden of England. There's an ice cream man at the ground if that piques your fancy.
Let's get on to the legs. That's going to run away up towards the Nackington Road end. Zaman Akhtar launching the ball into the gloves of James Rue. I'm also salivating over that ice cream, Ben. I feel like Pavlov's dog. And it's in my eye line as well. It's tempting me.
Well, it's got a long queue. It's already doing a fair bit of business.
Getting on to the legs by Jack. Yeah, if there's a pool of water at our feet here in our commentary position, I do apologise. It's just me salivating over the ice cream.
On that note, let me just move my chair further away from Dan Whiting. Ready, Jack, 19 years of age. Oh, to be 19, born in 2005.
Yeah, born in Barnet, in my neck of the woods.
Is that North London?
Yeah. Oh, that's delicately played. That's 4 runs. It would have been 4 even if it wasn't for the misfield there from Josh Hull.
Nice.
His feet were over the boundary.
Yeah, nice little dab there from Shardul Thakur. Just really waits for it, plays it ever so late, right on the head of the ball. And even Josh Hull and his long legs were not able to get round to stop that one. It just flew down, especially down the hill.
Yeah, deft and delicate. And debonair.
So were you born in Barnet as well?
No, I was born in UCH in central London. Yeah, but I lived in Barnet virtually all of my life. Just dropped into the offside. He's got to be quick here. Holden's in pursuit, but they get through for a single. 473 for 5. Karen Nair, a splendid double 100. 203 he's on. Shardul Thakur, he's biffed his way to 18 from 13 balls. Using Dan Whiting and Nicky Chowdhury here from the Spitfire, Ground St Lawrence at Canterbury. England Lions versus India A, and we've got a declaration, I think. Or is it drinks? No, it's drinks.
I was going to say, it was a bit too soon for a declaration. Shardul Thakur just seems like he was enjoying himself out there. He's on 18 from 13 deliveries. But yes, it is time for drinks here this morning in the first session of the day. India A 474 for 5. Shardul Thakur on 18. Naya on 203. He's brought up his 4th double century in first-class cricket, and what a joy it has been to watch. And then, well, since the first ball has been bowled this morning, we have lost 2 wickets. We lost the wicket of Dhruv Jurel, who batted beautifully with Karunai yesterday. They put on a walloping partnership, and it was absolutely brilliant to watch, as that partnership was of 213 runs. And the second wicket belonged to Eddie Jack, and that was of Nitish Kumar Reddy, who was caught behind for 7, and that came with 445 on the board. And those were the first 2 wickets of the morning, the only 2 wickets from the Lions this morning.
Yeah, Jack's impressed me.
Yeah, he's been really impressive, to be honest. And of course, those key partnerships between Sarfaraz Khan and Karun Nair, 181 between them, and then between Dhruv Jurel and Karun Nair as well. So those partnerships, we know how important they are. They've really set INDIAA up in a good, strong position here. And the Blairs just getting themselves refreshed. It is a warm day, and I can tell you one thing. If you're not familiar with the weather in England, because we have not such high levels of pollution, even 25 degrees, which it's forecasted to be today, it can feel quite warm because it really pierces your skin, the sunshine. I've been in India, I was in India in February and in March this year, and it was close to 37, 38 degrees. And it still doesn't feel as bad, I can tell you that.
Really?
Yeah, it doesn't feel as bad. Yes, it's hot and humid, but the way it pierces your skin here, and you really feel like you're sizzling. It's 25 degrees, and I think that's plenty, I'll be honest.
Yeah,